What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since I recorded a video. I've just been home, eating. Playing video games. All y'all do is sit there and camp. You're trash. Trash. See me in the middle though. You don't want to see me with them things. Got him. Got him. Working from home. Eating more. Working out.
Breaking doors and windows, big awards, we win those. Close your spot on tiptoes, blood all on my Timbos. It's a lot of us, no fear, got a lot of nuts. Your fangs out, but we see the truth, you in the saber too.
And running. We are in a parking deck right now. We could not find a track to do cardio on. And it was looking like it was gonna rain, so we came to Crocker Park and we are currently in a parking deck and we are gonna do some cardio on these stairs for 40 minutes. Sounds like a blast. It's gonna be a pain. We're gonna hit some jump ropes too. I'll show you guys what the staircase looks like. We gonna be in here looking cray. But find a way to get the workout in. Either way, I'm thinking we go this one. Gang. Go all the way to the top, sprint to the top. I'm just gonna keep doing a circuit. So if you guys are running out of places to work out at, make sure that you guys improvise. Look, to run around the town, I need to do some high intensity. She needs to do some leg swings, but I need to do high intensity workout just to keep burning calories. Reading books. And the list goes on. I've just been quarantined just like everyone else. So I figured in my head, why should I make any type of video for YouTube? I'm not doing anything interesting. I'm doing the same things as other people are. So, you know, why am I doing this? And also I just let it get to my head that we're stuck in quarantine, so I didn't feel the need to do any videos because my life wasn't more interesting or important, and why would anyone want to watch that from the next? But I just dug myself out of this hole lately.
Don't look surprised, why? Y'all the ones who made me this. When the night comes, we come alive. Grab our flags and raise them high. Speak the truth, ignore the lies. Light the torches, ignite the skies. Break the walls, destroy the beats. Grab a crown, cause we the kings. Heroes with ski masks, angels in all blacks. We wanna know what they know.
So the real reason why I stopped shooting videos is because I had a long list of videos lined up for my prep series. I had some that were already pre-recorded and set to go out, and when the quarantine hit and everything happened, they just didn't apply to anything anymore. They almost seemed unimportant and not smart to put out with the times, because there was a lot of things that people were adjusting to not being able to do, and I didn't want to go ahead and put those out. My first priority, since I was still in prep during the beginning of this, was to find a private gym. So I worked out in my cousin's private studio. I filmed some workouts. What's going on, everyone? It is day 3 of social distancing. All the gyms in Ohio are closed and I am freaking out, I'm panicking, but luckily I found a solution for the time being. Don't know if my show is on or canceled yet, but we are still in prep. I'm still dieting, I'm still following the diet, and I'm trying to find out all different ways that I can continue my training, just in case the show keeps going. If not, we're still working for a show this spring, this summer, whenever, but the grind don't stop just because coronavirus hit. He looks but I would feel like I'm bragging or I'm boasting or I'm putting it in people's faces that I had a gym still to work out in. So I didn't want to post that video. It just felt insensitive at the time. So that content, out the window. Next, I drove all the way out to my dad's house in the middle of nowhere. Out to the boonies we go. All right, let's get it.
I've been hurt and fucked up too many years ago, hoping I could come up quick along the broken road. Well, I hustled and found a plug from me extra, show me love. Now I'm flexing in a wreck, they hating on me too. And every sleepless night led me to where
He built a gym in his garage, and I worked out there, and I also didn't feel like rubbing it in people's faces that I had somewhere to work out at a gym. At the time, I didn't see this lockdown thing being a very long-term thing, so I was just naive to that. So my whole goal, instead of doing YouTube and figuring out everything else, was how can I get back into a gym, you know, during my prep, so that I can get the most efficient workouts with weight. And it started to just die down as the levels started to drop of, you know, less people around, less businesses open, only essential things. I couldn't find a gym anymore, and I didn't want to drive all the way out to my parents' house, so I struggled, and then I broke down and just started doing home workouts like everyone else, and running around town and still getting my cardio in. So that's where my focus was, because I wanted to go so hard on prep and not fail, you know, because my show was still set to be on, so I just didn't want to give up on that. So the YouTube videos went out the window, and me trying to focus on that became the bigger part of the picture. When I finally accepted the reality that we're gonna be on lockdown, the first thing I did was I went to Dick's Sporting Goods and I bought 30-pound weights from there, and they were probably like $1 a pound. So that was pretty clutch. So I used those for majority everything. I already had some Elite FTS bands. They look like this. They come in all shapes and sizes. I'll do a video on them later. And basically I got a whole bunch of different resistance of those. I got those like a year ago. If you go to elitefts.com, and you can find all resistance, all weights. I think they do have a bundle that you could buy, their bestseller ones in a package. Also, if you join their email list, they'll also send out a lot of discounts. And these are good because I've had these for years. I've used them in the gym, out of the gym, for a whole bunch of different things. They're still together, no rips, they last. So they're definitely worth the money. If you think the gyms are gonna open back up soon, still worth it to buy this if you haven't. What else? So I also went to my dad's house to get an old bench that he has. It's a utility bench, so it's flat, but it also goes up and down. Years ago, my cousin also gave me bands with handles on them, so it's good for dumbbells, shoulders, stuff like that. Just a little bit more comfortable, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and I use this old lamppost thing. I'll show you. It used to be the post of my lamp, and it screws off. So that lamp was broke, so I took it, and instead I made something to where I can use that as a bar for different exercises as well, using the bands. So I pretty much just did everything that I could to make my gym in my office at my house the most efficient that I can to get the workout in. So me and Maria both use this. Yeah, so the gains never stop, and I also do cardio 6 times a week, so that never stopped either. So I want to say thank you to the hypertrophy coach for putting his home hypertrophy workout for free online. If you want to, check him out on Instagram, the hypertrophy coach. He has a lot of good stuff. Also, if you're ever interested in different workouts, just check out your favorite fitness influencer or whatever you want to call them on YouTube or Instagram. They usually post home workouts, and see which one works best for you. I also look at Daniel and Bailey. I know that Gymshark has some stuff. Just check out a whole bunch of different people. Even some of your local people are posting stuff of what they're doing. So just pay attention to that and mix up the workout, and just try new things at this time. But also, thanks to my coach, Gary, he hit me up with workouts for high intensity training so I can keep losing this fat so we can be show ready in time. So 6 days a week, I will run. Usually I go over to Crocker Park and run the parking garage stairs. And then I also do jump ropes in between. I have a track workout with HIIT workouts in between from my coach as well. And a lot of times I've adjusted to running faster miles around town for 40 minutes. I feel like I'm becoming a runner now. Thank you to Coach Cole, my high school track coach. If you're watching this, I hope I'm making you proud. I'm running miles now, so I'm not just a sprinter anymore. I'm putting the work in, and that's mainly because I just don't want to give up on my goal. In my head, it was whether the show's not canceled, so we have to push until we know otherwise. And then even if it gets canceled, we're still pushing for a different date. So the grind doesn't stop. I've been bulking for like a year and a half. I've cut down. I've been on prep for, at this time, about 7 weeks. And 7 to 8 weeks. 7 to 8 weeks. And I just didn't want to give up on that goal. We put in too much work now to stop because we have some limitations. I don't want this virus to be the reason why I quit on myself. And I almost did that for the YouTube, and I do apologize for that. But yeah, I really want to make this, make this a time where I prove that nothing stops me. I have a goal, things get hard, and I'm pushing through. So as I mentioned, the grind didn't stop, the videos did. And I apologize for that. I kind of got down on myself, the whole virus stuff. As most of you know, it's easy to get down on yourself and oh, we're trapped in the house. This is life right now. I can't do what I love. Mine was going to the gym. I was a little down about not being able to go to the gym, and it just all went to my head. I had to find a way to kind of dig myself out of that and want to be on camera and record this again. Basically, I just didn't want to be another one of those people online that are the fitness people doing home workout stuff. I got sick of that real quick. It was funny at first, it was cool at first, it was helpful, and then like 3 weeks later, we're still doing home workout videos, and I just didn't want to be that person. But I forgot about the people who may have needed to hear this all from me and see different home workouts from me and who were following me for that information. And I feel like I let everyone who's watching me for that reason down. And also not giving updates. I was giving weekly updates and then I stopped. So I do apologize for that and just for giving up so for that time being. But I wasn't gonna be gone forever, but I needed to dig myself out of this because my life doesn't go by algorithm of YouTube or Instagram or whatever. I go by my own feeling. And if I'm not feeling it, I don't do it. And I felt like I needed a break and I needed a time to adjust to what we were going through, as many of you probably needed to as well. And I needed to make sure that my content was where I wanted it to be and how I wanted it to look in this time. And I needed time to, I guess, pivot. Just like a lot of businesses have to do right now, you have to pivot. You have to figure out what works for you, and that's what I needed to do. So, little update on where things are with me right now. So, a week ago, April 7th-ish, I want to say I'm kind of doing this off the top of my head, but my show finally got canceled. So the show that I was going to do was North Coast in Kent, and that would have been on May 23rd. And so we were really pushing for that date. My show got canceled, and I mean, it was kind of a shocker. For like 20 minutes, I was just down on myself, and I just was lost because I'm like, hey, I've been working towards this goal for almost like a little over a year and a half, and everything has been tunnel vision right for this goal. And I knew right when I get there, all the sacrifices I made from partying, going out with people, social events, eating the things that I want to eat, not so clean, and just really putting my head down and just working through everything, until I get to be on the stage. In my head, I knew that May 23rd was that day where all of that came to fruition. And things didn't turn out as I thought because the show ends up getting postponed. So in my head, that kind of destroyed me for 20 minutes. But on the other side, my positivity brought me back and showed me that, yeah, you've been working towards this, but you accomplished the things that you wanted to thus far, being in the best shape of your life, being lean, being more athletic than ever. Like I just feel great. And I'm also, in my opinion, I'm ahead of the virus because my immune system is kicking and it's going. So I feel like I've done my part towards this time, and this has taught me a lot, and it's not over yet. I am actually currently still in prep. We decided that it's easier for me to stay in prep up until that time than to pull back now and then try to figure out a show and then go hard again. So the show got canceled when I was about 7 weeks out. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Later that day when I found out, my coach Gary texted me and he was like, "Hey, I don't know if you heard, but the show got canceled." And he said basically, show got canceled. I said, "I saw, what are your thoughts?" And he said the best thing that I think I could ever hear during that time. He said, "Let's keep our foot on the gas. Let's keep going straight. We're making great progress. Like I said, we're gonna keep going forward, and then we'll pull back when it's necessary. But we're making progress. Let's pull back at that time. It's easier to do that than to stop now and then be like lose all the progress and then try to go hard later." And I'm all on board with that. We put in work. We're gonna keep putting in this work. There will be shows whenever they are, but we want to be close as possible to be stage ready. And this just gives me more time, gives both of us more time to just really bring the best package to the stage. So I had to let my positive mind overcompensate or overdo the negative thoughts. And that's what I did, and that's how I pulled myself out of that rut. Things kind of suck when it comes to some days I sit there and I think, well, I was training for the show. What happened? What am I training for now? I'm eating clean. My diet is the same thing every day. Sometimes I crave some other things, but at the end of the day, I know that even though the goal is not visible right now, I don't know exactly when it is, but that's there. If I just keep working and I keep putting in, all that work, the time is gonna come where it shows. It shows. I want to be that guy to step on stage, say May 23rd comes around and we're allowed to, go out and we're allowed to be on stage. I want to be that guy who proved that, hey, while all this was happening, I didn't give up. And I was here, I put in my all, and I kept going. Ideal circumstances that's not always the case. Like, you can't always have it perfect. So you gotta fight through stuff. And that shows to me and everyone else that I'm a warrior. And I wanna commend all those people out there who were doing a show this season. You put in all your work, and the ones who are still putting in the work, even more kudos to you, because the grind doesn't stop. This is a lifestyle. This isn't just, we do this to get on stage. It's a lifestyle. We want to be fit. We want to look good. We want to be the best, and the best don't quit just because of a virus. So yeah, that's a little update on my show. In my current situation right now, I'm recording this today. It's Easter. I went to see my grandmother, talk to her through the glass window. It was amazing to see her, but a little heartbreaking, to not be able to physically, be around people and to talk to them like you used to. But we'll make it through, and we're gonna keep pushing. But it also sucks seeing all this candy, the desserts that were dropped off. Shout out to Hal and Val for those, and all the candy. And I don't even pick at them. I can't. I won't let myself. So through this whole time, it's been tough. I know it's been tough on me. It's been tough on all of you guys watching this. It's just different. We've never been through anything like this before, but shout out to all you guys for fighting through this and finding things to keep you guys occupied and everything. My time has been really occupied by, if you check out my Instagram, I'll put it up on the page, that double O kid at Instagram. My time has been occupied with going back to making composites again. That's been what's making me happy lately. And I always shift to what's making me happy lately. I still dabble in my other things, but I pay more attention to that. And plus, this is a time where I can catch up on logos that I have to do for people, and also album covers and things like that. So this is a time where I can catch up on my freelance business. So I've been doing that, but if you want to check out my work, go to my Instagram. I've had some new composites up, trying to get better at that as well. I'm just like a boundless creative. That's why I always say I'm creative nomad, because I don't have a space to where I just master that. I like a whole bunch of things, and I like to sprinkle it in everywhere. So check that out. But in this time, we all have our things that keep us sane and our reasons for pushing through, and our family. Obviously, I have to give a huge thank you to my family during this time. Checking on me, I'm checking on them. We're making sure that everyone has everything they need. And it's just amazing to see how something that keeps people apart so much brings people even closer together. So that's amazing. I want to thank my best friend from high school, my best friend now, not even just high school, Ross. Shout out to him. He's been keeping me sane every day with funny conversations about whatever. Sports is usually a hot topic. He thinks the Browns are gonna be great. He's already talking about that. I try to mute that, but it's too soon to talk about that. It's too soon. We always get ourselves in this as Browns fans. We talk about everything being great too soon. There's still a lot of work to be done, but I want to thank him for phone calls, keep me sane. I want to thank my coach, Gary Cheney, Mr. Genetics on Instagram. If you guys are ever looking for a coach, check him out and tell him I sent you. He's great. He's one of the best coaches. I would say in the Cleveland area, but I mean, if you're out of the Cleveland area, still message him and see if he'll work with you, because dude is a genius and dude knows it. During this whole thing, there's been a lot of unknowns, and Gary has been able to pivot with me on diet, help me pivot real quick. Oh, I figured out that everything shut down, boom, supplement this. Or I can't find this in the stores, okay, boom, this is what you do. You can't do your normal cardio because you can't go to the gym. Boom, here's a new workout. So just him being able to change up real quick in the side of, change and adversity, shout out to him. And he's never gave me any doubt, and that's a big thing, is it keeps my sanity throughout this whole thing, because this prep thing ain't easy for anybody. So just for him to never put that doubt in my mind and keep my sanity, thank you for that. That's so clutch. Also, I want to thank the hypertrophy coach. I know I say his name a lot, but I've been following him for years, and he really knows his stuff. He knows what he's talking about. The plan that he put for home hypertrophy, it's a push-pull leg split, and it's been a savior. So I use that as my primary thing at first, and then I started to use that and mix in some other workouts, but it's a really good base workout for if you just have bands and maybe dumbbells. Like bands and dumbbells, that's all you really need for this plan, and it really gets you through it. I think without having this, I kind of would have been lost for just a little bit, but he really helps, and then he keeps putting up new workouts, and it helps me get through this. One day, I really want to meet him and train with him. I think that would be dope. Dude is a mad genius. So yeah, I want to thank him. I also want to thank my little brother. Right before all of this quarantine stuff happened, I was at my little brother's, was it regionals? Districts meet, so the one right before state, and I saw this fire in him. And he's a junior in high school, and I just saw this fire in him, and he was just like, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna smash everybody, I'm gonna use this technique, I'm gonna do my thing. And you could just see the fire in his eyes, even when he would lose a match. He knew it wasn't over. Also, he has this passion to just want to get better. And that reminded me even more of why I do this and what our bloodline represents. It's just the fight and the never giving up. And this kid works harder than anyone I know. And one, I can't be outworked by my little brother. But also, I'm just happy that he has that fire and that passion, and that keeps that going in me. So I want to thank him for just reminding me about, you know, that, and then what it took, and how I was in high school. I think about his age, that's how I was. It was just about how do we continuously get better. I also want to thank Maria, my girlfriend. She has been motivating me throughout this whole time. Making sure that we get up and we walk around at lunch. Also, she's been pushing me to make sure that I go and get my workouts in and stop putting them off towards the end of the day. And she has been running all the cardio with me. So a lot of times it's pretty challenging what I do, but she's out there running miles. She's out there doing stairs. She's out here doing all the hard workouts with me without a quit. So that motivates me, and that really helps me out to keep pushing, to have somebody there pushing with me. So that's very helpful. Also, the other day I had a refeed day, so I had a certain way I had to eat. Then the next day I was on autopilot, and I was cooking something that I was supposed to eat in my refeed day, but not my normal day the next day. She peeked over the counter and said, "What are you cooking?" And I was just like, egg whites, why? She was like, "You don't eat that right now. Did I miss something?" And that just saved my butt. One, I didn't want to eat the egg whites. I had ground turkey, and that saved my butt from things that I just wasn't even paying attention to. So, super helpful. Thank you for that. And another big thanks goes out to Manny, or Love Abstract, because he would almost get to the point where he was annoying me to push me to keep making videos. He told me at least 5 times, "Hey, keep making videos because you have skills. You have good editing skills. You have talent. You have good content. You just got to keep pushing." He was like, "You're gonna see the day where you get, you know, X amount of subscribers, and you're happy. You're not gonna quit because you have all that, and you know that." And he kept pushing. And at first I was like, thank you. And then after a while, it was like, okay, I get it. And then he would send me other people like, "Look at this guy. You could be better than him. You just got to keep going. Your content looks better, and he has this many subscribers. You could do this too." So that was very helpful. So I want to play a song of his. So we're going to go ahead and play that now. And this song is huge. It's everything in this moment. It's called "Don't Stop." And I think it really stands for everything that we're going through right now. It's a more fun party song, like we should be outside dancing to this, but I think just the fact of it being "Don't Stop" just really proves that we all shouldn't stop, and we all have to keep fighting through this, and we'll get to listen to this song out with other people and party this summer. So make sure you guys check out Love Abstract, STRACT Abstract, LUV no space Abstract. I am so bad at spelling if I don't write. You know, whatever. At least I can admit my problems. Step 1, admitting. But make sure you guys check him out on all streaming services. Mostly, a lot of Spotify. Make sure you check him out on Spotify. That's where he pops off the most. Add him to your playlist. His music goes hard. He has a new song out, Cocoa Puffs. But check him out. He's really one of the people who influenced me to not give up and even start making this video. So I want to thank him a bunch. But I think that's it. Oh wait, and the most important people I have to thank is all of you guys for watching this video and for supporting me. During all of this, I almost forgot about what it means to have people support you and to not give up on people. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you guys for supporting. Yeah, during this time, things are going to be hard. Hopefully we make it out soon. Hopefully we figure out some things. Shout out to all the truckers, the essential workers, the nurses, all of them. Just keep pushing through. As far as working out, guys, this is the time to really worry about yourself and doing things that you've always wanted to do. Trying things, learning things, come out of the house better than you got stuck in it. Really prove to people that you spend this time wisely. This is a reset for a lot of people, you know. We're across the world, we're all doing the same thing, so it's a reset. Take that time, use it wisely. I mean, there's a positive to everything that we're doing right now, so look at it and view that as such, as a positive. And that'll keep your head above ground and keep you pushing. I read a lot of books. I think that's like my biggest thing, is doing that to better myself. Catching up on these videos, catching up on my designs, just to better myself. So make sure you guys are out here bettering yourself. You know, also take your time to nap and do fun stuff like you want to do. This is not just school right now. But with all that being said, make sure you guys continue to support your boy. Follow me on Instagram. I post dope content. That's just, I shouldn't even have to say that. If you follow me, you probably already know that I post dope content. Make sure you guys like this video, because that really helps me. That really supports me a lot. Helps me get up into the YouTube algorithm, and then, you know, shows my videos to other people who this, you know, my content may be helpful for. Make sure you guys subscribe so that you know when my videos come out, or so that you follow me. Basically, you could be watching somebody's videos and not know that you weren't even subscribed to them. It really helps me if you subscribe as well. And make sure you guys turn on the notification bell. That'll give you a notification every time I post videos, because when I go on hiatus like this, which I'm not planning to again, you'll know that I am back on, finally. I'm just human, just like you guys. I have my battles in my head and my battles in the world, and sometimes I want to take a break, but I will always push through for you guys. So thank you guys for watching this, and we will see you next time. Peace out, though.
Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Yeah, one more bottle, just one more. Biggest bottle, make it pop. One more line, just one more.